Hi, and welcome to Marriage and Mental Health Monday. Today, I wanted to talk specifically about redefining safe spaces. I am hearing this term a lot, and I don't mean to roll my eyes, but this is a lot, okay? While I don't necessarily hate the term, I do think that we are overusing it. Whenever you're expressing things like vulnerability, sharing experiences with someone related to trauma, if you have any history of anxious attachment, or maybe you're just not someone who is very vocal and communication is a challenge for you. We often want the person to do whatever they can to make sure that we don't experience that internal feeling of discomfort where our nervous system is being activated and we feel like we may easily become offended. It's like we're waiting for the other person to respond in a way that gives us permission to put our walls back up so that we can go back into our hole and cocoon it and avoid having difficult conversations. And that is the problem that I have with the term safe spaces, especially in marriage. We have to take responsibility for our own emotions and be able to communicate effectively, be able to share experiences and feel safe within our own bodies and our own emotions, even when the other person may not necessarily be receptive at first. Maybe they're having a hard time. We often may take their inability to always understand upfront what we're trying to say as feelings, oh, they don't understand me, I feel so misunderstood, I feel judged, I feel attacked. But sometimes it takes the other person a while to process things that they're not typically used to hearing us say, especially if it's related to something that have been holding on to a really long time. We've had time to process it, but maybe our partner this is the first time they're hearing it. And because we're saying it, we have this expectation. We've set in our mind how we want them to respond, and then when they don't respond that way, we're so quick to shut down. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, right? We're quick to shut down and shut the door and say, see, this is why I don't talk. This is why I don't talk, right? But we have to be very careful with that, right? Safe spaces is something that you create with your partner. You go back and forth and you learn how to master having challenging conversations. And often that does mean that when you're feeling emotionally activated, that you don't go quickly to blame the other person for how you're feeling. It's your feelings. You take ownership over it. You recognize what it is, where it comes from. Settle your little self down, right? And figure out how to partner with your person in order for them to help you and the relationship go in the right direction. It requires a lot of emotional maturity and emotional resilience to create safety with someone, because you have to go from tug of warring with them to give and take. And that does require the ability to have tough and challenging conversations and to make sure that what you're doing in that conversation is useful and productive. Don't go to sleep angry, talk it out and talk it through. Okay, so in summary of what I wanted to say in a nutshell is that safe spaces is a personal responsibility first, to have a strong sense of emotional maturity, resilience, emotional regulation, and understanding of when your own nervous system is activated in conversations, and make sure that those things are worked on as a foundation of having healthy communication, because that is what will help you create a safe space, not only before your partner comes into the equation, but so that you can collaborate productively and successfully with your partner. All right. So thank you so much for listening. Join me back here again next Monday for another marriage and mental health tip for you and your partner. All right, my cat's meowing, so I have to go. I'll see you soon. Take care.